cantaloupe,
Cucumber.
cucumber,
Eggplant.
eggplant,
Run out of things.
broccoli.
Cauliflower.
No, so hey guys, hope you guys are doing good. Beth got up here and she started. I said mic check and all that because obviously on Friday we had a little mic issue with
We
mine.
did?
Well, mine went out.
Not
for a
this
minute.
past Friday. It was the Friday before.
No, it was this past Friday.
Well, I don't remember.
Anyway,
We had a mic problem, so now we're
we did a mic check.
checking it.
We normally do a mic check.
Aye.
What?
Aye.
What the fuck is that?
Julia said.
Oh,
Aye.
I didn't. Oh,
Aye.
I'm
Aye.
here early. Hey, it's more like that. Craig was first.
I like mine
Ruben, what's
better.
going on? DJ, what's happening? You guys.
Hello, my beautiful friends.
Oh,
DJ, I like the lips.
oh shit.
Oh,
That's on.
that's on you.
It's on me.
Where's my phone?
I gotta share this shit real
I should
quick.
probably
Everything
make
takes
sure
kind of
my
like
volume-
2 seconds. You know what? But we got some fun,
Julia is here early.
some interesting things to talk about tonight. Some hypocritical bullshit. Some jumping to conclusions stuff. Some fun stories. A recap on the Gabby
Ruben, you're beautiful. Everybody's
Petito
beautiful.
story. Yeah.
Beautiful inside.
So this behind me
I
is
totally forgot about that. I feel like it's been
Beth's new whiskey cabinet, if you will, right? Because every Friday we're for the past 3 weeks we've done a whiskey review. This bottle right here, this Maker's Mark, is a very special bottle. Her dad gave me that.
there. It's already
He
like
gave
how old?
us, and it's like 30 years old, and it was given to him by somebody, a Mexican official, when he
Right.
was in the DEA. So that bottle will only be cracked after
his
he
passing.
passes away.
Yeah.
So that's just kind of a
Placeholder.
placeholder for that. But we don't have the not this past week, but the week prior, we borrowed a bottle from the neighbor
Right.
who
Julia, it is a hibiki, and I didn't like it. It sucked.
and it's a good one, man. Even the guy at the
Ooh.
place.
Good idea.
What?
We need to get a P.O. box, Ruben said, so we can send you whiskey from different regions.
That'd be cool.
Absolutely.
We'd be down with that.
And we have a mail place right next door.
Yeah.
Official.
I mean, I've never thought of doing that
Me
because I've never
neither.
asked for anything. You know what I mean? We just got to do this for
I'll
fun.
take your whiskey and run with it.
Yeah. I mean, so what I was starting to do is like, I got her a pint of the Woodford, right? Because I was like, we don't really drink hard
Right.
alcohol
And I
very
liked that
often.
one too.
And, you know,
The
having a
hibiki I did
sip-
not like. Well, I should say that with the caveat that that was probably the first whiskey we ever bought that I didn't know what I was buying.
And I knew, right, exactly. And you didn't buy it.
No.
I bought it, right? And I was like, just looking for something a little bit different. And the gentleman at the bar, or not at the bar, but at the liquor store said,
Liquor,
Hey,
I just met her.
try this one. You might like it. And I was like, it's not for me. It's for my wife. And he goes, oh, well, this one is really hard to come by.
Oh, well,
And there
that's
was
nice
like
that we have it
one
then.
bottle left.
It's a pretty bottle.
Yeah, and there was one bottle left. And I was like, all right, cool. I'll try it. Maybe in a future show,
I told you. I
just
think
got
I
to be
need to go
careful
back.
with this shit because
Go back to my lowest rated ones and maybe try them again after I've had a handful and I know that what I like or don't like by that
Right.
point.
so it kind of goes back to, you know,
And so this Friday,
we have to be
Travis's wife has one she wants me to try.
okay.
So Celine has one that she's like, I want you to try this one. I really like it. I think you might like it too.
All right.
So
So we got a new one to try on Friday.
yeah, we do.
So I built this little whiskey rack, if you will, bourbon and whiskey. We're learning a little bit about bourbon and whiskey every Friday night.
And it gave you something to do.
Gave me something to do. It's an old pallet that I had in the backyard.
And now I want all sorts
Now
of
I
things
only
made.
have 37 more
I
pallets.
want a herb like palette on the wall in the kitchen.
Craig said, are we doing Zima and Jolly's self or nah? I don't even know where the hell
Nah.
shelf
I
or
got
shelf
even
rather.
into Zima when Zima was cool.
I don't
back
even
in
know where the hell to
90s.
get Zimas.
I think you can still get it at the liquor store.
No, you can't.
I'm
I
pretty
think they did a small batch last year and they haven't
Cheers.
come back out. Cheers, guys.
I never did the Jolly Rancher thing though.
Lloyd, what's up? You know what? We got some cool shit to talk about. First and foremost, go check us out on The Bars Open with Beth and Greg out on YouTube, Facebook, which you're already at. Like, subscribe, hit that notification bell. Also, hit the thumbs up. Little thumbie up.
Thumbs up? I never hit the thumbs up. I could totally hit the thumbs up.
Yeah, you
couldn't I?
could, you
Dee-dee-dee.
dick.
I know. God.
Also, you
Such an
can find
asshole.
us on iTunes and Spotify and Amazon and Podbean. I think I got them all. Just for your listening pleasure.
Lifting pleasures.
You want to lift? Do that. I'm wearing this shirt tonight on a Wednesday. Defund politicians.
Which means you're not going to wear it on Friday again, right?
Not going to wear it on Friday.
Okay.
I didn't wear it last Friday either.
I know you didn't.
But there's a reason for that. So we'll get into that in a couple minutes. But the first kind of like story I have up here is it's follow up to Friday nights. Real quick, let me jump back to the image that's on the screen here. This is a couple girls. I don't know if they're college age girls. Were eating dinner, and these people had masks
Julia
on.
said your audio is fluctuating again.
God damn it.
I wonder if it's like you need to undo your shit and then do your shit.
All right, stand by.
So, yeah, I guess this was a problem on Friday. And now
I
maybe your
can't get
mic's
it.
going
I
out.
can't put it in any further. How does that sound? Does that sound any better?
Don't mouth it though. Don't be all
Well, how
like
does that sound any better?
Don't make out with
Sorry,
it.
guys. I don't know. Bill, what's happening?
He was washing the stank off.
I won't touch my mic.
Don't touch it.
I have to get it in front of my damn face, though.
Don't touch it.
All right.
That's what she
Jessica's
said.
on. Bill's on. I will literally blow this mic up and get another one real quick, and I'll just hold it the whole time.
He is a physical podcaster. He needs to learn to
Yeah.
leave it alone.
No, it's not like the mic sits here during the week when
No,
we're
but when you're talking, you move.
Yeah,
a
I like
lot.
to
Don't touch it.
adjust.
Don't touch it.
It's kind of like adjusting.
That's what she said.
Anyway,
The don't touch it part. not the adjust it.
so on the okay, cool. I just won't touch it the rest of the night. I'll try not to anyway. There could be a connection. There could be an issue with the cable also. I'll switch that out. I got plenty. So the video, it's funny as shit, right? So there's this couple eating dinner.
Okay.
And if you look at that mask, there's like a little slit
Mouth?
in it.
Ew.
And they were drinking through it and they were eating. And the wife, this is actually a video that I posted the other night onto Instagram. And you can find it anywhere.
Is it that slit the black thing I
Yeah,
see?
that little, the Pac-Man mouth
Yeah.
part. Exactly. And he's eating through it. And I was like, how fucking gross is that thing at this point, right?
And does he wear it all day long after he eats in it? Like, if he gets tomato sauce on it, does he just keep it on all day long and people stare at his tomato sauce and not listen to the words coming out of his mouth?
What if he's eating like a super rare steak? Just
Ew.
juice all over that.
Well, I do know that they made a bunch, so like they do have the flap so you can stick a straw through it. That was really hard for
There
me to
was
say for some
literally like
reason.
in the video, she's like trying to get the straw and she's like, oh, she's got goggles on and shit. Like, don't go out to fucking dinner.
Yeah, if you have to be that careful, get it to go.
I'm telling you.
That would gross me out, I think.
Yeah, fucking, it's
And I
gross
would,
anyway.
And
They're
I know
gross
it's impolite.
anyway.
I know it's impolite to stare, but I would totally
Oh,
stare.
they
the
were
whole
like
time.
videoing and then like the wife looked over and like, oh my God. And the
I'd have
girl,
been like,
I would have kept fucking videoing.
me too.
Oh, real quick,
Oh,
before I jump into
don't
that.
touch your mic.
So on what the fuck was it called? Libs of Instagram?
Libs?
Libs of Instagram.
Like ad libs?
No, like
Oh.
liberals of
Oh.
Instagram. Libs of TikTok. I went down a rabbit hole the other night on Instagram, just watching videos and shit like that, and I came across one, and it was like Joe Rogan said, "Have you ever seen Libs of TikTok?" I'm telling you, it has everything you're gonna want to see and more.
Really?
Yeah, there's this dude like eating he's on a plane and he's got his mask like hanging off one ear and he's eating like a Kit Kat or something, fucking a candy bar or something like that. And this lady next to him's like, "Put your mask on." And he's like, "Don't fucking touch me. Don't touch me." And he's in this video, he's like, "This bitch is crazy." Right? And she's like turning her back,
On him?
and she's in the middle, and her husband's like, "Stop videoing us," right? And they're old as shit. And he's like, "These fucking old people, they're weird as shit." And he's just like eating his fuck. I was laughing my ass off. And so it just goes through, and like the lead caption that got me onto it was, of course, Joe Rogan mentioning it, like the little caption of him. And I was like, go check it out. Libs of TikTok on Instagram. It'll be worth your time. What's up, Tara? Tara? God damn it.
You do that every time.
Sorry. Bill, Craig. We got Julia, Craig, CPG, CPG, CPJ. God damn.
You are you having a seizure? It's like you look like me when I was trying to get the words of that rap song that I love earlier that I played 15 times and just kept going back to the part I'm trying to learn. That's what you just look like just then.
Thanks, Bill. Bill said my mic sounds smooth and sexy.
Just like you in real life, baby.
Fuck off.
I couldn't pass that one up.
So first story real quick is kind of like a follow-up to Friday nights. Not kind of, it is a follow-up to Friday nights. Is Gabby Petito. So unfortunately she was found, it was confirmed that she was found deceased, right? And an autopsy was confirmed that it was in fact her. She passed away due to homicide.
So how did they, because normally I thought autopsies take like 10 days when somebody.
Well, they can tell if they can confirm if it's her, like DNA.
I guess it's when they're doing chemical tests that it takes 10 days to go and come with the results.
Right. So, it sucks. But they haven't released like the actual cause
of death.
I think that'll take a little bit of time. Dee's on Facebook said, "Your hair looks fire."
Who?
Dee said that.
Your hair?
Yeah, fucking my hair looks fire.
We've been like talking about it so much lately. Thank you.
I know. I'm like, do I dye it? Do I go straight mohawk? What do I do? Now,
thank you, love.
But there was a new thing that just came up like a couple hours ago.
Okay.
And there's a new story. Brian Landry, the boyfriend or fiance, whatever he was at this point. His family and him were seen by neighbors packing an in-bed truck camper. Remember the one you had when you were a kid? They were packing that up to go. The neighbors directly across the street, when they're filming them, that their house is directly behind them. You can see the truck in the background.
Okay.
And they were getting it ready to go camping.
Did they take him to Alaska and drop him off or something?
And that is total speculation of anything, right? But it was like
when did she see them do
this? It was
this?
like a week prior to him going missing, right? So you start thinking, okay, we can go down a rabbit hole. D, I don't know, man.
What?
So D said he's a dirtbag and deserves to get the chair. Yeah, we don't know what exactly happened. We can make assumptions.
Right.
Really shitty things that can happen, but on this podcast, we're not going to necessarily say anything.
Right.
It's just a fucking. It's a
tragedy that
many weird, and he's been missing since last Tuesday.
I know. For me, the tragic part is that she's no longer with us. That's got to be so hard for her family. Everything else will.
There's other. I don't know if it's corroborated or not, but there's other things that they were arguing in a restaurant. I just read this a few minutes ago.
Sure, they're probably arguing all the damn time.
Well, in a restaurant, and they were having an argument. She went outside. He went back in and was arguing with the server or the waitress or whatnot. There's so many fucking moving parts on this. And the thing is, it's almost like a cross country kind of situation.
They were going cross country, is what they said.
Well, that's what I'm saying. They were across the country.
Mm-hmm.
So there's witnesses
in several
states, right? And you go, fuck, it's going to take, this case is going to take a long time.
Well, if it even becomes a case, if they can't, how does it become a case if they can't find him?
It's still a case to be made. You can still make a case, absolutely.
Then he's just a wanted fugitive?
Well, he is a wanted fugitive already.
Right.
Because he was the last known person with somebody that died from a homicide.
Right.
Yeah, he's 100% a suspect, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So it goes back to it's a fucking shitty situation.
It is.
And
it's sad.
the parents of him not having said anything or anything like that, hey, just kind of keep paying attention. Interestingly enough, the van was found due to a vlogger, like somebody that does video blogging,
right, about
their travels around the country, doing kind of the same thing. They live in a giant bus that they bought, and they just travel around full time. And they happen to be driving through, and it's like one of a big ass tour bus, kind of thing.
Like an RV with a drivable RV.
Yeah,
They're
right.
not called RVs, but travel trailer.
It's a bus, but it's actually a bus.
Okay.
Right, and it had video, and the guy, I think it was I don't know if it was the man or the woman. I think it was the man. was editing his video
And he saw it.
for that day or whatever from the Sunday before or something like that, like 2 days later. And
Well, they have the van.
and he goes, yeah, but
They
they
have
didn't
the
know
van,
where it was.
and they
Or
haven't.
they couldn't
haven't.
place it.
What do you call it? They haven't.
They've processed it.
Processed it.
They've
Thank
already
you.
processed it.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Oh, this
yeah.
was early. Yeah, this was earlier.
But the
than
thing
when I heard
is,
this.
the reason they found where that van was positioned is because that vlogger called
in
the
their
FBI
video.
and said, "Hey, I've got video of that van, and the ladders back there, the stickers. There's like several stickers on the back that match it up. It's got a Florida license plate. They're from Florida,
Right.
That they said they wanted to get out and talk, but it didn't look like anybody was there, right?
Right.
So it just happened to, he goes, I was editing the video, I saw the story, and then it kind of came to mind. Like, oh shit, I think I saw that video or that van, right? There's all sorts of really crazy things going on. So just, kind of go back. What's up, Chuck? How you doing, man?
Yeah. It'll
What,
be
what am I growing out my hair? Oh yeah,
hair.
maybe.
Yeah. I don't know that you can. Without
Jessica
looking
said,
like a
call
champion.
911. He's having a stroke.
That
Not
was-
yet. Few minutes.
Yeah, that was when I said, "Are you having a stroke?" Yeah, it's sad. It's tragedy all the way around. So, what's your jump into conclusions? about
Jumping
what?
to conclusions. This is just like bullshit media stuff, right? So this is jumping to conclusions right here. It's coming up for you guys. Kamala, who happens to be in charge of what? The border crisis.
Okay.
When you call for an investigation into the border, only to find out you're in charge of the border, right? So there was this big to do about, you and I talked about it last night or the night before, right? And I gotta find the story real quick. And damn it, of course I'm not gonna be able to find it right away. Come on. Did I send it to you? Shit. Anyway, long story short, there's like the Border Patrol on horseback, right?
Right.
And it came out that, it didn't come out, but it was released that the Border Patrol officer was whipping people with like a fucking whip.
Right.
Right. So she's going to, start an investigation into why they were doing that, because that's horrible. Right. But when you look at it, it's the fucking reins of
The reins.
for the
It's
horse.
the reins.
Yeah,
It's horse reins.
how you drive a horse, right?
Right.
And there's a different angle from behind where he's got his reins in his hand here and they're flopping around and he's grabbing one of the people illegally crossing the border because he's trying to keep cutting in front of him. There's video where one Border Patrol guy, based ass dude, goes, "Why the fuck would you do that?" He threw his girlfriend or a woman in front of his horse so that he could run this way, so he'd have to turn his horse, right? Google it. Go look. Don't Google it because that's fucked up. Go DuckDuckGo it. Go do whatever and look at this stuff. It's bullshit, right? The stories that they're being completely
Well,
manufactured.
come on. It's mainstream media, so of course it's
Right.
it's to get the highest views that they can get. They don't
Clickbait,
care
100%.
if it's right, wrong, or indifferent. All they care about is views. And because all their viewership has dropped down, the juicier, dirtier, uglier they can make it, they're going to, because that's what's going to draw people in.
Right.
And unfortunately, that's where a lot of people just go straight for their news, So
So there's like 14, 15,000 people down at the border right now. Everybody's seen the news, seen it all over the place. Or maybe you haven't. And if you haven't, just go out to
I mean, I've even seen it, and I don't watch a lot of
a whole
news,
shit
so.
ton of social media sites. Google it. You can even you could Google that, right, and find out. But the thing is, it's like the Border Patrol are completely overwhelmed.
Yeah.
And
In this situation, absolutely.
the interesting part about this, right, is that you have a situation like this here. So I'll read this to you if you can't see it. So,
Nico said he comes to this show for the news.
goddamn right. We're going to get into some fun stuff, but I just wanted, it's just like shit that's going on. It's
Yeah.
been driving me crazy
Yeah.
for like a week. And we just need to talk. And if you haven't seen it or other people haven't seen it or heard about it, fucking share it. So Haitian migrants overtake Border Patrol bus and assault agents leaving Del Rio to Brownsville, Texas. Think about that. Think about what I just fucking said. I didn't say Mexicans or Guatemalans or
Central
Hondurans
Americans. You
or
said no Central
anything.
American type
No,
of Central
I
Americans.
said fucking Haitians. How in the fuck are Haitians getting from Haiti? Okay, so if we're looking at a map, you have the Gulf of Mexico. That's an island, 2,000 miles away, maybe 4,000 miles away. Yeah,
No
it's
idea.
it's theoretically it's over there in the ocean. And then it's an island, right? And I understand they just went through some really bad times, and they had a hurricane, and they had an earthquake, and they've had too much shit happen to that island, and then you have everybody else fucking that island over. How the fuck did they get to Central America? They got there somehow, right?
Yep.
And how the fuck did they make
How
it?
did they get into Central America?
How the
Because
fuck did they get to the U.S. border?
Yeah.
All right. One more thing that just happened that I'm just going to throw out
And then
there.
we're moving on.
Then we're going to move on. It literally just came up, and it's trending on Twitter that they're considering opening Gitmo up as a detention center. I use that word as a holding place. Let's use that
A
as
holding
better-
center?
A holding center.
Okay.
A very nice holding center in Cuba for Haitians being returned to Haiti.
What?
And they're requiring anybody that's going to be hired to work at the holding center that they have to speak
Haitian.
Haitian
I don't
or
know what
whatever
it
that
is, but
dialect
yeah.
is, right? Think about that.
They should just send him home. Why aren't they just why are they being like the airlines and making a stop in Louisiana or LA when you're flying to Florida?
It's so DJ said if Haitians who probably have more legitimate claim to refugee status can do it, then how many more other places in the world with terrorist ties are doing it too? That's one of the things. It's like, no, hey, that Haiti is fucked. It's
Yeah.
just fucked from top to bottom and has been for like 15 years now, right? What did Ruben say? I don't know.
Gitmo is not full of Taliban bigwigs anymore, so they might as well use it.
Right? It's just an interesting, but no, weren't the Democrats or whomever, whatever that side of the party was, trying to shut that bitch down? Now we're going to reuse it. So again, it literally is hypocrisy, and that's going to jump into my story. Hypocrisy. That's what it is. Think about a busload of Haitians overtaking a fucking Border Patrol bus, right? You go like, what the fuck? Then you have this dumbass. The San Francisco mayor just needed to see Tony. Remember the band Tony?
I do.
You do, right? Everybody fucking remembers Tony. God damn. So Tony came out and played at this little club or something like that. San Francisco mayor responds after maskless outing. Don't need the fun police, but says, I wasn't thinking.
Wait, say that again?
She doesn't. They don't need the fun police in San Francisco. But she wasn't thinking because she wasn't wearing her mask.
Oh.
And there's a mask mandate like all over California. The
Right.
kids, like Corey's kids,
They have to
they
wear
go to
masks?
school?
The little ones?
if they went to school,
Oh,
they would have to wear a mask.
interesting.
Right? So the mayor of San Francisco is pushing back at critics after a viral video showed her dancing without a mask last week, which is her. I very carefully drew an arrow on there so you could see which person it was. You know, I mean, more artistic and shit. We don't need the fun police to come in and try and micromanage and tell us what we should or shouldn't be doing, says the mayor, London Breed, who also, do you remember what city it was that Nancy Pelosi got her hair blown out in?
Was it San Francisco?
It was San Francisco. In the middle of
Yeah.
an apocalypse. I'm past calling it a pandemic. It was a fucking apocalypse. fucking asteroid should hit that city. Breed was seen dancing among a largely unmasked audience during a concert at Black Cat. Let me jump ahead. The fact that we have not been able to enjoy live
Jessica
music.
said there's no mask mandate outside of LA and San Francisco.
See? Okay, there you go. Thank you, Jessica. It was San Francisco, though, right? So, good call. Thank you for fact-checking me. I appreciate that because my wife can't do that.
No.
All right.
Maybe I'd
So
be
the
working all
fact,
the time.
so this is what she says: the fact that we have not been able to enjoy live music in this way since the beginning of this pandemic made it even that much more special and extraordinary.
Extraordinary.
Sorry.
It's okay.
I was really honored and really in disbelief when I sat here and watched what I felt was history in the making because Tony was back again.
History in the making.
Jesus Christ, really? It's not like you're watching fucking what band? Like I'm thinking of like
it's not like you're watching Duran Duran.
I'm thinking Haight Ashbury like back in the day, which no, it's the district where you had like all of like the greats come out of like for like the 60s and 70s.
Okay.
Right? No, it's like fuck off. It's just it's hypocrisy, right? That's what you start thinking about. It's good for thee, but not for me, or good for me and
So
not
what
for thee.
would she? I wonder. My only question would be like, if she had known this concert was happening and people were without masks, and she wasn't there, would she have reprimanded them and shaken her finger at them, or would she have
Oh,
said,
she wasn't there?
no?
Oh,
If
would
she
have been
wasn't
like,
there, would she have shaken her fingers at them, saying they
Yeah,
were bad, or
course.
would she have said, "This was history in the making, people. They had to do this."
the musicians. Well, she came back and said everybody in that bar or whatever, in that club was
You can clearly see.
no, not they were vaccinated.
Oh, right.
Yeah, of course. No, they were absolutely vaccinated.
Yes,
100%.
absolutely. Nobody
She
there.
checked them all.
She checked all their vax cards, and none of them had it misspelled wrong.
Moderna.
Moderna.
All
right.
So anyway, just think about that. AOC's dress designer,
What's AOC?
Cortez chick up in New York.
I ask you that every time.
So her dress was designed by some fucking dumbass.
Oh, I got rid of that Met story because it was so yesterday.
What?
By the way, you have this in here, and I don't have it anymore.
I swear to God, I suck at saving stories. I totally think I do this and I forget. But anyway, her dress designer. Remember, she had the tax the rich.
Right.
You have that? Can you plug that in? Plug in. Tax the rich, right? The Chick-fil-A designer, exactly, is what Craig said. Remember, on her back, it looks absolutely like it's the Chick-fil-A writing.
Okay.
Right. And,
oh yes, I remember.
Right. And come to find out, whoops, her designer forgot to pay $130,000 in back taxes. What happened to us when our taxes got fucked up by the shitty accountant we got when we first moved here?
Mm-hmm.
We were off by what, like $500, and we got audited?
Yeah.
$500.
Yeah.
We got audited.
Yeah.
This fucking bitch that designs a tax the rich.
Oh,
I'm fired the fuck up,
you
dude.
are.
There's
I'm
a reason
like,
I told you I'm wearing this fucking shirt.
I'm
We're
bored.
almost off this.
I'm bored now.
Think about it, though. It's fucking hypocrisy.
Babe, you act like that's a surprise. Like this is brand new shit.
We need to talk about it.
Well, it does nothing though. That's the
Yes,
problem.
it does.
No, it doesn't. The shit just keeps
Cheers, I'm
going
over
and
it.
going and going.
All right, that's it. I'm off.
Yeah, you told me to plug in my. Did you have me plug it in
No,
for a
just in case,
reason,
just
or
'cause I didn't see it.
I'm trying to see if I could find.
But right, it's
'Cause
just one of those
again,
fucking
I
things.
don't
You
know
go
how to
like,
work a
fuck off,
Google.
everybody. Like if I ever hear somebody like say, "Hey, put a mask on," I'm like, "Fuck you, no." That's all you need to say from now on. To say, "Fuck you, no." What are they gonna do? They hit you, beat the living shit out of them. Because I mean, I would say I don't condone violence. I like violence. It's fun once in a while, like when you're sparring. But if somebody punches you, let them punch you first. Beth would knock the shit out of some people.
So
I just saw that angry, like.
I saw this.
Mhm.
I saw this. There was a woman, and I can't remember what state she was in, but they were in a convenience store. This is where I would have whooped her ass.
Right.
She threw her. She has an autistic son, and I guess he was.
She threw her son at somebody?
No, she threw him to the floor. And two people, a woman and her boyfriend, stepped in, and
I would have just choke slammed.
And they were like, "You need to back off. You need to leave him alone. This isn't right." They were calling the police, and that mom tried to attack the girl.
Okay, rewind. So you have mom
with her kid.
Okay.
She throws her kid down, and basically he lands face first.
She threw her
own kid down. He's autistic. He was having
a fit.
She threw him down. She did this. I mean, she's not the brightest bulb in the bunch if she did this in public, right? But so there's a confrontation going on because I guess she's probably telling them to mind her own business, and they're like, "No, this is our business."
So she has
child abuse.
Fucking.
The girl proceeds to walk off when she says she's going to go call the cops, and the woman grabs her and like hits her in the back of the head. Biggest mistake of her fucking life.
She's turned around.
She just turned around and beat the ever loving shit out of this woman. Her mug picture, she's got a like you can tell
she's a child abuser.
Oh, they took her son.
What does she do? Fucking people, man.
They took her son from her.
What does she do to that kid behind closed doors?
If this is how she treats him in public, and they said that he seems to be doing okay. He didn't have any injuries, but yeah, I'm like, she's stupid. But yeah, my whole point was like, if I would have seen that, I'd probably, I don't.
I would have fucking that's where you like get the fuck away from this kid.
I have a temper when it comes out. It doesn't come out very often, but when it comes out, you
step the fuck back.
You should, because I'm not.
I don't even need to fight at that point.
I don't need to you don't. Comes to kids and dogs, I will fuck you up.
Or me.
And you, yeah. Kids.
Beth tries to get
kids, dogs, Greg.
Back in the day, Beth would be like, "No, I'll take care of this." I'm like, "Wait a minute,
I got this shit, babe. I got this." He'd be like,
the dude's 6 feet tall.
I got a bodyguard, but come on, babe.
I'm like, I'm okay with it.
That's usually when they're 6 feet tall and I feel like I can conquer them. It's usually because I've had some tequila. Let's just be honest.
She start fucking leg kicking people.
But so I mean, I don't even know how we
it's
got
just
on
kind of like
subject,
those conversations, but no, it's like it is hypocrisy. It's like people will yell at you for doing one thing.
Oh no, absolutely.
And then and it's like, no, we've lived the same way every fucking day of our lives, like most people. We're fucking cool, calm, collected until you push somebody, and then you go like I'm talking about right now. I'm like, fuck that, fuck you, right? And you just go eat shit. I'm done.
Yeah.
I'm done. I'm fucking done.
Yeah.
Like if you come to me, wait till you hear my fucking story at the end.
Okay.
And it's not even. It's just making fun of dumbasses.
It is. I hate to say this, but sometimes I just I wonder. Never mind.
Nope.
Speak
your mind.
No, I'm good.
Let's hear it.
Nope.
Put it out in public.
Sometimes it's just I did that on Friday, and I after when I was watching the show, I was like, I can't believe I said that out loud. Why?
You didn't watch the show on Friday. You were outside sleeping.
I wasn't sleeping. You showed me the part that I was specifically asked you about.
Oh, you're talking about.
Let's not bring it back up. Nope.
The cow part.
No. The cow.
Or which one?
No.
You don't remember the cow?
Yeah. No. It was part of.
Better try the cow before you buy it.
You guys know my mother used to say, "Why buy the cow when the milk is free?" AKA, don't sleep with boys before you're married. Right,
and
Mom?
She couldn't say
Mom?
that at all.
It
was fun.
No, but that's not the point I was trying to say. I was like, you should try the cow. You should try the cow before you buy it. Because what if the milk sucks balls? I'm returning the cow.
Oh, that's what it was. You should taste the cow before you buy it.
No, I said you should try the cow or something.
Speak, Beth. Yeah, goddamn. So let's get judgy. I sent you a group of it's just a website. I figured last week. Do you have it?
Oh no, this was mine. Oh, you're talking about I have it. The
Met Gala.
Yeah.
We need to look at these pictures.
Some of them were great.
We're gonna rank them.
Turn it on.
On a 1 to 10.
There's a lot, so we're not gonna go through all.
No, we'll just go through a bunch.
There's 85 of them.
No, that is definitely not it. Sorry, guys. I've had this picture up the whole time. My bad. There we go. Yeah, no, you're right. Some of them aren't bad.
Billie Eilish looks amazing. She's not. I think she's in really big t-shirts and hoodies and.
So this is where what we're talking about right now.
Oscar de la Renta is
you should
always
taste
gorgeous.
the cow too, exactly. Jessica.
What?
Beth.
What?
She's talking to you. You should taste the cow too.
I did.
Yeah, you
before
do.
I married you. I was like, gotta get
How's
going.
this cow taste?
I'm not drunk tonight.
He's
I'm
a
not gonna.
bull.
I'm not gonna allow. Good gravy. Did you just say he's a bull?
Well, bull. Get it?
Okay.
He's a breeder.
Here is moving on. Billie Eilish.
Yep.
She looks
All right.
gorgeous.
So getting into real quick the reason. Jesus Christ.
What?
No, it's just great. Milk wagons. It's awesome. So real quick before we jump into this story, go out, like, subscribe on YouTube. But the best part of the YouTube channel is the boards. I've mentioned this a million times.
Said, yell gig them before punching them.
When you hear us talking back and forth on the podcast about and we're interacting, it's from the YouTube boards or it's the Facebook boards, one or the other. So, so yeah, there's some things I love Ruben's comments. I love everybody's comments. But okay, jump into this. So it's Hunger Games. It's fucking Hunger Games.
No, it's not even as glamorous as Hunger Games because at least
Oh,
Hunger Games, no, I was looking through some of this shit and I was like, okay, I'm gonna go to the
Just
next
keep
one.
going. Go. Get into some of this.
What is this from American Horror Story?
No, that's fucking the dumbest shit I've ever seen. But no, it's
You know who
Hunger
it
Games.
is?
Yeah, Kim Kardashian. I know. I've already looked at all of these.
Then here's her sister, which I mean,
That is hot as fuck.
yeah, they still.
She's like 11 feet tall.
Well, that's why she's a model.
She's
babe.
like a alien.
That's why she's a model, babe. She probably is an alien. Then okay, this is the one where I was like,
This
what
is Hunger
the-
Games shit
Okay,
right
no.
here.
This is though. So that's what he wore in. It's a Versace cloak.
Nips. Yep.
Then he took that off and he had a gold suit of armor.
Yep. Hunger Games.
Then he took that off and he had a onesie.
Makes total
It's
sense.
a cat suit.
This is the dude that sang
Glittered
that
up.
Low Down Road song, right?
Yeah.
Or whatever.
And his other song is, if you ever watched, I've watched the video, it's Bizarro.
Oh, that's the devil one.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
really
yeah.
bizarre. It's interesting. Jennifer, as always, looks like $1,000,000. Like, I like her.
Very Hunger Games.
No,
The-
no.
These are the.
This one I didn't think was Hunger Games. These are fucking Hunger Games.
He's got his.
He's got a quilt on.
He's got his binky on.
He's got a quilt.
Not a binky. What do you call it?
ASAP.
What
It's a binky.
what would you have when you were a kid? Like a
A
little.
woogie? A boogie? A woogie? It's a
Like
binky.
a little. It's a binky's the thing you put in your mouth, isn't it? Like, isn't that
I have no
a-
idea.
You don't have kids.
What do you call their blanket that they walk around with?
Blanky. He's got a blankie
I think
on.
you just
Let's
made
go with
that
that. Blankie.
So that's a quilt, and they do call it a quilt. Her quilt, ERL for him. I don't even know who is this person. Lord, I've never seen her before. I like her song, I like her voice, but that's weird.
She's like a low-level wannabe princess Hunger Game girl.
This one.
Hunger Games. This is when they're going to the show.
Do you think she
and,
left
she
that
turns
headband?
into the fire girl.
Yeah.
or
Do you
whatever?
think she wore that headband or that? Yeah, I guess it's a headband. All the head.
I think that thing's attached
the
to her
whole
back.
night.
I don't think that's on her head.
No,
'cause
it
that
is. You
thing
can tell. Well, maybe,
way
maybe
too
not. I hope not, because
Right.
she would have a hell of a migraine
And
afterwards.
this motherfucker's carrying a goddamn baby robot. Right? I mean, I want one. Don't get me
He
wrong.
matched his hair.
If I
to
met
match
that
his
little
neon
fucker to
baby.
like clean the toilets, I'd get rid of the housekeepers. I don't even know what the fuck that is.
I don't either.
Then you got Justin
Justin Bieber.
Justin Bieber, who he's just like
Is he wearing Crocs with his Croc?
probably. You know they have Crocs sneakers now.
No.
Yeah.
Ooh, this is pretty. Look at Megan Fox. Wow,
Yep, she's pretty hot.
her face used
All
to be
right.
prettier.
Keep going. We need to get to the good stuff.
What's the good stuff?
Like that. What is that? What is he? A fucking Care Bear?
It's got Cartier
It's
jewelry.
a
in
Care
it.
Bear.
Cartier? Is that how you say it? Cartier jewelry? Interesting. It just makes me think of Chips because he does the Tostito commercials. That's what he should have worn, is a giant fucking Tostito.
That's product placement
That
right
totally
there,
is.
right? Don't know what the fuck that is.
It's a horse.
Really?
It's a horse, and she's got
I'm
something in her.
spokesperson for Peacock.
What?
Hell yeah.
What the?
Yep. And she's carrying a sword, for Christ's sake. She's like, I really wanted to be on Game of Thrones, but I just couldn't make the cut. It's like, I'm so sad.
I
So
don't
I'm
know
just
who half
going
of
to
these.
dress up as
I don't know
Jon
who half
Snow.
these people are. I mean, I do, but then like that chick, I had no idea who she was. Okay, I wonder if that
Is that Wendy Williams
No,
or some
that's
shit?
Serena Williams.
That's Serena. I can't tell. The picture's this big.
This is Shawn
Wendy
Mendes
Williams,
and
Serena Williams. I was pretty
Camila.
goddamn close at that point.
I'm glad they're still together, but come on, put a shirt on, dude. You're a little skinny.
Who?
Shawn Mendes.
Yeah, I don't know.
A little skinny for my taste.
Anyway, you guys
He looks
get
like an
the
Oompa
idea.
Loompa.
This thing is like 80.
Doesn't he
fucking
remind you of
pictures.
the Oompa Loompas?
No.
His pants?
If he was like dyed orange.
Kate Hudson.
Now she's going down a
mean,
rabbit.
Good for you, girl. You go. If I look like that, I'd fucking wear that too. Trust. Okay. Okay, I'm
Elton
done.
John. Oh, and that's Elliot Page.
That's a girl?
No, that's a boy.
But she used to be a girl?
He used to be a girl.
I didn't. Is that the chick from
Nope. Dude from.
what's the movie you
See,
love?
I'm being so good.
What's the movie you like? Wasn't she pregnant in it?
Yeah, I did like that movie.
Garden State?
Nope, not
Nope.
Garden State. Don't remember.
Um,
With
had the dude from Scrubs.
Nope, that was Garden State. She wasn't in that. He wasn't in that. But he's got a tremendous set of abs now.
Well, I can too if I go to the liposuction doctor.
Implants. Anyway, okay, we're off this
Interesting.
one.
Okay.
Sorry, I had to say.
It's just
It's fascinating, isn't it?
at least they get somewhat normal towards the end.
No, they don't.
Oh, she got big old baby bump.
Telling you guys, it's fucking. It's them and us.
And wasn't it like $35,000 a ticket?
Oh yeah, yeah. And then a table was like
Jennifer Hudson
$250,000.
looked nice.
So you know what? I just wanted to.
It's funny how
Go all
like
judgy,
it
judgy.
runs the rampant of like super glamorous, ridiculous glamorous to I'm gonna wear a skirt that I cut myself.
Can we talk being passive aggressive?
No. I mean, your mother used to be passive aggressive. I loved your mom, but
I'm
she
gonna
was
give you-
passive aggressive.
Tell the potato story. I actually did a little video about this like 2 years ago, out on my personal.
So you and I had been married probably a year.
So we've been married for 14 years now.
right, and at the point I think we'd probably been married about a year.
Right.
And we had your mom and her boyfriend in town from Payson.
Yep.
And we were grilling.
My mom's passed away 4 years ago at this point.
I think so, yeah, because my mom's 6. So we were grilling, and Greg
Grilling.
Greg likes the way I make baked potatoes because I almost make them like a twice baked potato
It's
esque.
delicious.
And so his mom
Shit
trying to
ton
be
sour
helpful.
cream, cheese, bacon bits, the
Butter.
whole nine. Yep.
His mom trying to be helpful sticks all 4 potatoes in the microwave like before the meat's even on the grill. And I was like, no. Greg and I we do our potatoes.
We have a thing.
We have a very specific. Greg likes the way to do my potatoes. We do it at the very end while the meat is sitting and rejuicing, and I make the potatoes then. So if you want to make yours and Mike's now, that's totally fine, but leave mine and Greg's out. Oh, okay. I literally turn around. I do something. I come back. All 4 fucking potatoes are in the microwave. So I proceed to open the microwave, take the potatoes out, start it back up. And she looked at me. She's like, let me just do the potatoes. I was like, Mary,
She wanted to be helpful.
we have a
She
way.
really wanted to be helpful.
If you want to turn them on closer. And I looked at you. I was like, you better get your mother in my motherfucking kitchen
remember-
right now because I love her and I don't want to ruin this relationship.
But remember, like, she raised 3 boys and then took care of my dad, right? So she was all about, like, speed and efficiency. Just fucking melt
When
that
you're in
shit
another
down.
woman's home, it doesn't matter what you
Nope.
believe because
Cook
house rules
12
rule.
pork chops until they are cooked.
So you can't eat them.
Yeah, and I fucking hate.
Not
I
anymore.
basically hate pork.
Not when I do
still
them in
have
the
an
crock pot with
aversion to it.
ranch. And
Yeah.
We don't do
all
that
the
very
extra
often.
shit,
Yeah.
right? But yeah, no, my mom. So what happened? Castro.
What?
What happened after that? Like you were like, Mary.
Yeah.
I've got this.
Yeah.
Beth took over. She was like, no.
And then I went to you. I was like,
Get your mom. out
you
the
better
fucking
rein
kitchen."
your mom in and get her out of my kitchen.
So I brought her out to the back patio. And we just hung out at the patio. That was when we had the little condo.
Mhm.
You know what? So it goes back to
chops
being
and
passive aggressive, right? So my thing is this. I very much believe in being direct. I'm not a dick, especially at work, right? I got to be careful. Everybody's got to be careful when you're at work. Well, we work for a big corporation, right? it's upside down. And it's just smart, right? I'm not a dick to people. Even if you deserve it, we work together and we have to keep that relationship going. But I saw this a little bit ago, and I just want to go over these, and I want to get your thoughts. So it basically says, avoid these 4 phrases that make you sound passive aggressive, right? And I think everybody's done this.
Okay.
And I am on the left side because I believe in being relatively direct, and I don't have time in my fucking day to kiss your ass and beg you for shit. So
I'm totally on the right.
Per my last email, instead of that, try this.
I just sent one like
just
that the other day.
Following up with
I
you.
just literally sent one like that on like last Thursday. I was like, hey, I almost combined like number 1 and number 3. I know you're completely busy. I thought I would resend you this email in case you missed it for some reason. Can you let me blah, 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 blah,
There's certain things, like if it's been a day or 2 and I'm like, it's not that big of a deal, I'll be like, hey, just checking in. Did you happen to see this? Something like that. Like, hey, did you happen to see this email? Maybe it went to your fucking
that's still
junk.
per my last email.
It sounds a little cooler. Don't give a fuck.
Does it?
Right? For future reference,
I totally say in case it's helpful. Hey, this might help you
I've
down the road.
never used the words in case it's
No,
helpful.
I don't say in case it's helpful, but I'd be like, this might be useful the next time you do this.
I'll say, hey, check this out. Keep an eye on it.
Okay, so bumping this to the top of your inbox versus I know you're busy.
I will literally just
I thought
say
I'd check in on
the
this.
word bump.
No, I literally say, I know you're busy, but can you please take a moment to look at this?
Bump.
Going forward, how about we try doing... Now, I'm trying to get out of how about we try doing because I encountered my first project where I can't get people to commit on a timeline for me, and I was talking with my boss, and she's like, you need to change your approach on that because you're a people
How about
pleaser.
this? Next time, do this.
I thought you were going to say just fucking do it, but
No. Well, no. But next time, do this.
No.
Be more direct. That's the thing. We pussyfoot around everything, and because where everybody's worried about everybody's goddamn feelings and emotions.
I'm not worried about feeling. I
I'm
want
not
to make
looking to hurt
relations.
you.
No. I need to make sure that these relationships that I have with these people remain on a positive side because you get more bees with honey than you do vinegar. And if you piss somebody off, forget it. You're now, no matter how many times you bump it up to the top of the list and be like, that's that dick. I'm going to read it in a week.
Really?
That's that dick. I'm going to read it in a week.
I'm going to go to your boss.
No.
Be like, hey, is she at the office this week?
No.
Because I've definitely done that.
I have done that before. I'm like, hey, if you don't think you can get to this, let me know, and I'll reach out to your boss to see who might be able to help
like
me.
a dick move, but it's like one of those things.
But it's
like
completely different. Like I at least give
business
them a heads
moves
up.
quickly.
You're very dramatic at the same time. So
am I?
Yes. Is he?
On this, I am not via email.
You are in life. I don't work with you, so I don't know how you are via email. But if you're like anything, when I live with you, you are very dramatic. I tell you that at least once a day. You're so dramatic.
We need to get shit done.
We need drama.
Do you guys realize we're going into fourth quarter, honey? Think about that. Fourth quarter of 2021.
I'm done thinking about how fast the year goes because all you ever hear anybody say is, I can't believe how fast this year went. Bitch, it's going the same.
It's fall.
It's just
Today
as fast.
Is fall.
Just as fast as it went last year. Anyways. Yeah, you're high maintenance.
America's fat.
Oh, my gosh.
Oh, my gosh.
So.
America, we're getting fat. You know what? That's what happens when you're stuck in fucking inside your house. Imagine being an Australian. You're eating kangaroo and everything.
It's not even us. It's just the nation. It's just our nation. So states with high obesity rates nearly double in 2 years. So.
No shit.
And they talk about that. They say the number of states with high obesity rates nearly doubled over 2 years. As Americans grapple with pandemic stress. They talk about like how a lot of it is when you are stressed, your eating habits change. And so maybe you eat more sweets. Check. Maybe eat more salt.
Go check out Jared Taylor's.
Maybe you order food for delivery versus actually getting in your kitchen and standing for 30 minutes while you make it. But
spending
total of
$90.
16 states. So it was 9 states in 2020. Oh, no, 2018 to 16 states in 2020. What?
Nothing. He said, damn, Greg, don't shoot a man down when he's up. No, you're good, bro.
What would you say?
I don't know.
Anyways, so 16 states doubled theirs.
I'm in
I
third
mean,
quarter. Real quick, sorry. Ruben said, Greg, if you want to go down even deeper, we're in the fourth quarter life. No, bro. I'm in third. I'm 45. I got 2 more to go.
I'm half.
That's living to 101.
I'm at halfway mark.
So you're at 49% right now.
I'm 50%. I'm
Your
in the. I'm
battery's at
mid-year.
49%.
I'm mid-year.
I'm living to like 86, 87.
So here's what I thought was funny. So it's 16 states have doubled, right? So we went up from 9 to 20. I mean, from 9 to 16. And this is based off self-reporting where people put their date and heights into shit.
Yeah.
But here's what I thought was funny. So they named the 16 states.
What are they? Texas, San Antonio.
So
Because everybody has
here's
tortilla poisoning here.
it's taking forever. Hold on. Stress is the number one cause we see a shift in weight. We definitely had a change in our physical activity because
Not us. We picked it up.
we picked it up.
Everybody could pick it up. You go for a fucking walk.
But here's the crazy thing. I picked it up, but then when everything started opening back up is almost when I was like, I'm going to half-ass my workout.
That's also us during summer. Like we kind of just like start hanging out.
Maybe because I have
Wintertime, I always think about this. I'm like, I start going to the gym more.
I'm completely ass
winter.
backwards. Like
Yeah.
I probably should go more during the summer because I
But
wear
I'm
less
like,
clothing. But okay, so the states are Alabama, Arkansas, Delaware for the first time is on the list. Indiana, Iowa for the first time
Knew
is on the
Iowa's
list.
going to be called just, I was thinking it. I was
Iowa?
thinking Iowa. Yeah, it doesn't even exist, but I was thinking Iowa.
Kansas, Kentucky, Louisiana, Michigan, Mississippi, Ohio for the first time is on the list.
Okay.
Oklahoma, South Carolina, Tennessee, Texas is on the list for the first time, which I was like,
Fucking
wow.
Austin, man. It's all those California
And West
people.
Virginia.
West Virginia makes fucking sense.
So yeah, so I mean,
Does anybody even know anybody from fucking West Virginia? I literally don't know a person from West Virginia.
I'm sure.
I think
know
that's
somebody.
I at least know somebody from Iowa. I mean, I think West Virginia is the state that doesn't exist. Right?
What?
Like an imaginary state. Like
Oh.
it's just Virginia. It's not really like West Virginia.
So they do say that there's
Sorry.
obviously danger in being obese. It increases your blood pressure, cholesterol, heart disease. I guess it increases your risk for cancer.
But being fat?
Being obese.
Or
But here's the
overweight?
crazy thing. It drives me nuts what they consider as obese.
I'm obese.
Me too.
Because I'm fucking 5'6",
Because
point
I'm chubby, but
9, 5, 7, 2, 3.
you have no fat though. They don't test
No, I
your,
got a little bit.
they don't test
but
your
it's
muscle
your height
ratio.
that's going by like the
BMI, right?
Yeah,
Body
your
mass
BMI,
index to
like
your
my
height.
I'm 181 or 2 or
Right.
something like that. But based on my height to weight ratio, yeah, I'm obese. It's awesome. Thank you, FDA. I lose my healthy points because of that. Fuckers. Yeah, Jessica, like,
Craig says, you know, two from Iowa, Bill and him.
oh yeah, there you go. Yep, true.
Yeah, because remember I was like, Petito, and you were like, that's fucking Idaho, you idiot. And I was like, oh yeah, it's fucking Idaho. I'm an idiot. So here's the thing that's kind of funny. The reason why this, so at my gym, we started a healthy
Yeah, your new challenge.
a
or whatnot.
challenge.
Yeah. Did you guys bet on it? Or was
No,
like $20
you can pay
in,
20. I
or
didn't even because I'm not going to pay $20
Why?
because I
$20. Fucking Scrooge McDuck over there. What are you doing?
Yeah.
What does it get you?
I don't know.
You don't even know what it
I don't
gets
know
you,
what
and you're just
$20
like,
gets
fuck
me.
you.
Well, because can I just do the workouts and eat nutritiously and
But if you
I'm
won
part of the challenge.
$400,
I don't think you won $400, babe. It's not a big
$400.
gym. Not a huge gym. But because of that, she has upped the workouts, like the intensity and the sets and the reps. Every day this week, I've come home nearly dead.
and it's awesome.
I couldn't even like when I told you I was not kidding yesterday when I could not even push. My triceps were so exhausted I could not even push the door open, and I had to use both hands to turn because
I'm
I was
proud
like,
of you.
I can't
You know
do
what?
this.
That's called just crushing it because you were saying you absolutely said you got home and you were like, I've upped my weight and upped my reps.
Right.
And that's what we've talked about that for a long time.
Right.
It's like,
Like even today, I was still because Greg laughs at me because like after a hard work, I'll be like, I'm fucking literally quivering. I'm quivering from that workout. Today, I was still like, oh my god, I still think I'm quivering.
I'm proud of her. It doesn't matter. I'm proud of you, honey. I mean, as long as you, even if
I mean, I better
even
see
on
some
your days
difference.
where you're like, I don't want to go, and you half-ass it, you still want
I know, but I'm trying not to do that.
Yeah.
I've done something that I'm changing it up a little bit. I'm not signing up for class until that afternoon so that it gets me in the mindset. Okay, you're going to the gym, you're going to crush it.
Right.
Versus just signing up for the whole week and being like, fuck, I signed up for the
So
whole
my
week.
mindset, like last week, I started thinking about jujitsu. I've got a tournament coming up in
Yeah, weren't we supposed to start
November.
eating healthy? And
Yeah,
we've started. But
yeah, and so with me, it's like it's my intensity for my workouts, right? Like when I'm there, I can just roll, and it's a great workout. But it's like bumping my intensity, like when I'm
Rolling.
rolling, right? Like really going after it, not trying to hurt anybody, of course, but being doing that, but being more aggression, I guess, is
Aggressive.
being more aggressive versus again passive, because there's
I don't
multiple
even know
ways
if it's
to
the
think
word
about
is aggressive. You're being more intentional with the workout that you're doing
Nope,
and the
I'm
moves.
being more aggressive
Oh, okay.
in the actual, like, in my rolls. And it depends on the person you're rolling with. I can't roll with like a fucking 20-year-old brand new person or even an older person that
Doesn't know what they're doing. Or lesser belt than you or something, or less skills.
just got to be careful, right? Like, I'm a strong guy. I'm not tooting my own horn, but I am.
Right.
You just got to be careful, right?
Right.
For somebody, but then again, I could have like my coach and I could go as hard as I can with him. That's not a problem.
Right.
Right. But other people. But I was like thinking I've got to bump that intensity.
You got to start making sure you're working out with people that you can
That
be
can push me as
aggressive with.
hard as I
Right.
can go.
So Crystal, you could totally work out with Crystal because she kicks your ass literally every
single
time you work
fucking
out
time.
with her.
Yep. Absolutely. And she weighs 135 pounds. She just wrecks me.
She does.
And Angelica wrecks me. Fucking. I think I've never caught her. I've caught Sammy a couple times. Not that I'm bragging, but I've caught him a couple times. Just luckily, and it's not because one's better than the other. It's just
luck of the draw for that night.
Those girls are that good.
Oh no, yeah, but I'm saying with Sammy, that was just a lucky night for you.
Lucky, absolutely lucky. Not calling you out, Sammy.
Yeah.
He'll fucking like armbar me and break my hand off.
He will school you.
But it's fun. But that's the same thing. It's just bringing up your intensity in your workout. So nonetheless, it just kind of goes back to that. So I want to jump into what would you do if you won $192 million? Because I love these stories. Like it's more of a daydreamer kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
So winning $432 million, a Mega Millions ticket was bought in a Manhattan pizza joint.
Okay, that's awesome.
Ultimately, so the jackpot will be about $315 million as a lump sum, working out to about $192 million cash after taxes.
Right.
What would you do?
Literally, I'd buy a ranch.
What would you do?
I was trying to tell you.
Yeah, I'm just throwing it out.
I'd buy a ranch and go to a humane center and buy all the dogs that have never been adopted and say, welcome
Just
to your
hire
party.
a ton of people.
Yeah, I would
You'd
have
to
a pool for
huge
them.
staff,
I would
right?
have a pool for them.
Where would you put that said ranch?
I have
Like in
no
Texas
idea.
somewhere?
I have no idea. I haven't thought that far ahead. I'll figure that piece out when I win the lottery. Because then it won't matter where I decide to put it.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I'd have to think cost. And
You'd have to put, I think, for a situation like that, you'd have to put money in like a trust for it so it never goes
away.
dry.
Right.
Right? Because you can't have him like, I'm just going to fund it. Here's $50 million and some
Right.
asshole fucks
Well,
everything up.
I mean, you could probably make it a nonprofit at that point too. So you get some
That's a
tax
really
breaks
cool
on it.
God damn, that's a really cool idea.
I'd build a pool in the shape of a bone.
That's fucking rad.
Totally. It would be a playland for puppies.
Just like 1 foot deep.
Puppies
Maybe
playland.
2 feet at the deep
So they can
end,
swim
so
a
they
little.
can jump in a
Yeah.
little bit.
Totally.
Maybe 3 feet. So you have like Bomber who's
Right.
long or whatnot. That's a really cool idea. Rehab therapy for dogs on top of it. So they could get, they need the pools and stuff like that.
And then we just play all day.
That's awesome. So I'll see you later. I'm going to buy my giant boat and I'm just going to go.
I'm going to be happier than you are.
Not really. No.
Because puppies make me happy.
I'm going to rescue
Dolphins?
Yeah, I'll rescue dolphins.
Sure.
I'm going to be like, what was his name from Fast and Furious? The dude that died in the car crash. Him. I'm going to go tag
literally
sharks.
Paul, not Newman.
Yep, that guy.
Paul.
You guys know who he is. I'm going to go tag sharks on Shark Week.
Okay.
I'll buy the boat.
You totally can do that because I want no part of that. I'll be
Why not? Well, it'll have the deck that you fucking swim the giant goddamn great white
up. I don't want
up.
any part of that.
No?
Nope.
Come on.
Nope.
So we got Craig. When I win the lottery, I'll still be Paul Walker. Thank you, D. I'll still be working so hard that I'll work that the work I'm doing is harder than before. No. That's not how that works, man. I will also. I really want to buy a place. It's gonna sound trendy, or we've got the family ranch that your dad's gonna pass to you guys, right?
Right.
We really want one like up north, so we have some snow.
Where up north?
I don't know. Idaho,
I thought you were going to say Wyoming because you always say Wyoming. You said
Montana?
Montana the other day. I was like,
Wyoming.
nope, it's cold.
That's the idea. Colorado ranch,
Where in Colorado would be the
Idaho.
big key?
See, it's good. Like where Mike lives.
Yeah.
Because you can go hunt a lot out there.
Okay.
That would be rad. Like a nice.
Nico says, I would buy Tetherball Academy Media and pay Jay $50K for every
You like it? Yeah. Just buy it. Could you imagine me or us just going in there, or any of us just going in there and being like, "Fuck you, we're buying."
Maurice
all of your
Diaz said
investments."
Colorado.
Yeah,
So,
Colorado's rad. We lived in Colorado for quite a while, so it's a beautiful place, and there's a lot of cool things. But the hunting there is just like you have to get picked for
Where?
certain
Colorado?
areas.
No, that was Arizona, I thought. Is it
Colorado,
the same way there,
yeah.
too? I don't want to be told where I can hunt.
That's why her dad has a ranch here in Texas. So
Yeah.
Hunting's gonna be starting pretty soon. We'll be heading down there. That'll be fun as shit. I'm gonna go down there and do some work on the ranch. I'll take some video and stuff like that for you guys. So
Why do you spell? I said ho ho no, and you said KNOW, and I said NO.
oh, I think it fucking autocorrect. Absolutely. I don't know. No,
And then it threw way in there.
I said ho ho no way instead of ho ho no. I didn't know if you meant like ho ya ho
Ho ho
like,
ho.
ho fucking bitch ho.
A hoe is not a bitch, and a bitch is not a hoe. They're two
Not-
totally different things.
Okay, I don't know.
Yeah, a hoe
I wasn't calling it.
Is a
I wasn't saying
hooker.
like hooker. I didn't know what your intentions were. I
and a
didn't
bitch
read
is just a bitch.
that sends me just one-liners, so I try
Just
and make
go with
it
my
fun.
one-liner.
All right, go with it.
Just go with it.
What's your story?
So, are you
hear
guys
this.
ready for Christmas? If you are,
Fuck off.
I hope you already have your fake Christmas tree
Oh Jesus. Yeah, that did mention this.
because they are going to be ridiculous. They're going up
For
about 20
real ones.
for fake Christmas trees.
Oh,
So,
because China's all fucked up.
and they are blaming a supply chain distribution
Little
issue.
baby Chinese hands aren't
and,
making.
and I'll give you some numbers, but here's the thing. So we needed a tree about what, 2 years ago?
Yeah,
After
we
our
got
first
it, we got
Christmas
it.
here, we got
We
rid
went
of that
over,
one.
Yep.
And I did look at Balsam Hill because they advertise gorgeous stuff at Christmas time,
And they were super fucking
ridiculous expensive.
And I was like, no.
Yeah, I know. I was
Home
like, we could
Depot's-
get this tree for like $800. You're like, no.
Fucking-
So,
it sits in a box. No.
and they do say they sell medium to high end trees online and in stores. They're raising
Is
their
this their-
prices. No,
okay.
this is just one example. They're raising their price by 20% on average, with list price for some of their trees pushing close to $1,000.
Fuck
I
that.
would never pay to use for maybe a month.
Well, some people use them a lot longer.
Even okay, so you use them for 6 weeks. I'm still not paying $1,000.
Nope.
They have one that they said is okay. So the company's 7.5-foot tall brewer spruce with clear LED lights is listed for $999. It went up $100 from last year of $899. It's they have a 4.5-foot tree that's a Grand Canyon cedar tree with clear lights. Was listed at $300, is now $500.
$200
But
increase.
here's the reason why.
It's shipping.
It totally is shipping because they're saying that
Fuel costs have gone up. all the
inbound
bullshit.
shipping
Yeah.
costs have quadrupled
Yeah.
this year compared to like 2020. So
Welcome
reaching
to inflation.
45. Well, and some of it they're saying is because it's that inflation, but there's also limited space, and so because the trees are
Trying to-
big and a lot of these things for Christmas are big and bulky, they can only put so many in a shipping container, so they have to use like 3 shipping
You
containers.
know what? At this point, just go out in your fucking neighborhood.
Well,
and
here's
cut
the
a tree
thing:
down.
go buy a real tree. They're
Go
cheaper.
cut a fucking tree down in your
No.
neighborhood. Do it in the middle. I'm not condoning theft.
You're totally condoning theft, but go
I
buy
mean,
a real tree.
Eyeball
You
a
can
tree
get a real
and
tree
call
for
the neighbor.
You can get a real tree, like a gorgeous, beautiful tree, for like
Like
$100.
Greth's
Um,
tree removal.
But they did
certified
say,
palm
there was one
trees.
part where they were saying this time last year, let's see if I can find it. Balsam is that example, had 15,000 pieces of holiday merchandise.
Yeah.
And they only have like 1,000 right now because it's taking so long to get stuff
So what
in.
are other
So
what's the Home Depot shit? Is there anything
They
in there
don't-
about that?
they don't talk necessarily about that.
So if
but-
their prices went up that much, like
They probably would. If they were 20-25%, we bought ours for a couple hundred, two or
few hundred
300,
maybe,
I think.
but
So if it went up 25%, it would be what? I'm not a math
and
whiz.
we've got
I'll let you do it.
whatever it is. But we got the one that has like all the different colors, and we've got like an 8-foot tree or 7-foot tree or
I
something
love
like
her.
that. She had one that literally weighed like 800.
It was gorgeous,
fucking
and it was
pounds.
it was on sale at HEB for $100 after Christmas, and it was huge.
30 years ago.
No, not 30 years ago, you bitch.
25?
No,
Bullshit.
no, I got it. I moved in
25 years
04.
ago.
I probably got it in 2003, so it was like 15 years old.
Hashtag math.
It was 15 years
No,
old.
it wasn't 15 years old.
It was sucking.
Because you had that for multiple years before we even got married. We've been married for 14 years. We've been together for 17. So,
I'm
therefore,
sorry. I
hashtag
tuned you out a long
math.
time ago because I was saying
The thing was a
um,
million pounds.
the $300 Christmas tree we got would probably be closer to $400 now. It was like $75.
Yeah,
Blah,
so,
blah,
a,
blah,
so
blah.
a 25% increase.
So
Pesky elves. 18. Thank you. 18. God damn it. We need a mediator in this relationship, and that is
No.
Craig.
I just ignore
Craig
you.
is the mediator.
The mediation is ignore Gregory.
18-ish years ago. What are the pesky elves?
I don't know.
They're yours.
Oh, that's probably an old story that I
you
don't.
sent it to me.
No, I didn't.
You want to make a bet? Let's make a bet if Beth said
It did say pesky elves. What the hell was that?
pesky elves.
I don't know what that is.
I thought it was going with your fucking Christmas tree story.
It could have.
We'll circle back. Let's
Maybe I was high when I read that one
let's
out.
pull a Saki and circle back on that one.
Oh no, I figured it out.
Oh shit.
Took me a second. See what happens when I try to get catchy with my. So I don't know if you've heard this, but I guess there's
Real quick. DJ just said, "Hey guys, shout out to JJ and his family. He just posted that his father passed." Okay. So real quick,
Sorry,
cheers
guys.
to JJ
his
and
family.
his family. Sorry to hear that, bro.
Sorry.
Yeah, that sucks, man. We've each lost a family member, as many of us have. That's a really hard fucking thing, especially the patriarch of the family.
Yeah.
So, cheers to JJ and his family.
So had you heard there's a huge strike at Nabisco? Hence the elves, because
So that's why I can't get my goddamn Toll House Farm cookies or Toll House cookies, crackers.
But there's a huge strike, and so they're fighting for, what does it say? For, I love how they put it. Hold on, I have to find it. It just was funny. They're like fighting for fair wages and blah 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 and blah 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 blah. Well, so it almost reminded me of the Replacements movie with Keanu Reeves, because remember the football team went on strike and they brought in old football players or players they knew.
Replacements, yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Well, they have brought in replacements
To
keep the
backfill.
store running,
Yep.
to keep the lights on, and they're the people who are derogatorily call them scabs. Scabs. That seems so gross, by the way, when you're dealing with food, but they call them scabs. Well, I was trying to see if I could find. Let me see if this
Like,
video will play. Hold on real quick.
Shitheads, like something. It's got to be an acronym, right?
I have no
Something
idea,
Other than
because
Bisco?
they brought in like
Just like part-time workers or
yeah, for every
temp
position that
workers,
needed
yeah.
workers.
So they backfilled them with cheaper labor.
So this is what
said fuck you.
but I want you to turn this on in a second.
Oop.
No, it's fine now. The ad's over.
Okay.
So this is the people
Just blow
on
it up.
strike, like harassing people who are trying to work. Like they would not let this guy.
So he just drove
out.
them on. He's like, get fucked.
No, they didn't. One guy got hurt mildly injured. But like I don't know if you saw at the very beginning of the video, one guy is sitting on a lawn chair in front of the van, and people are like. One video I saw, they're opening doors, they're like shoving signs where they can't see where they're driving.
Entitlement.
Yeah.
Get
So
fucked.
in my head, I'm like,
So,
anybody that they can identify on that video should be fired.
what was
If
the
they're
original
picketing and they're
strike
firing.
for? Like pay?
Yeah, see right here where they're like pulling signs and shit from them.
What was the original?
These guys are blocking a truck.
What was the original thing for? So
I'll find it, but like these people, to me, like you could get the police in here and be like, you're being overly aggressive, you're harassing people.
well, I think that one dude's trying to like stop.
He's a security guard. Security guard was trying to help.
Yeah.
But I just saw this and I was like, okay.
What's the difference between those assholes and Antifa?
Nothing.
Like, if I saw, I'd fire my entire goddamn workforce and be like, shut the fucking plant
And
down.
I'm not a fashionista by any means, but when I saw that chick wearing cutoff shorts and tights,
Makes
or
sense.
hose, but like, so these people are the picketers.
Craig said 5-10 points each. What?
Yeah, I'm surprised nobody got really hurt. Okay, you can stop it. I'll tell you what they're striking for.
It had to have been. It's got to be pay.
They're seeking a fair contract and resolution in disputes over wages, pensions, and overtime pay.
Go fuck yourself.
Don't give people a hard time because they are working.
No, and I should take. Let me take that back. No, you should get a fair pension and wage and overtime pay. But if you are sitting there like mindlessly,
well, we don't know that they're not getting. Like, what
So,
do they consider
if you
fair?
a marketing data, something
see if
that
they had
does
a
something other
union.
than just you're on the line going filter, 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 filter. Is that a $20 a job an hour a job? And granted, you could do the same job in, like, this was a good thing of working at like a grocery store, and the grocery union was always good about this. Because I started there when I was 12 or 13 years old, and I made like, way back when, I made like $3.50 an hour pushing shopping carts, right? And then I moved up, and I went inside, and I was a bagger, and I made $4, and I made $12, and then think after like 15 years, I literally made like $14 or $15 an hour.
Well, here's the thing, and so they kind of like.
do you
It's funny
expect?
that you brought up the Antifa thing because supposedly the Nabisco workers who are on strike are saying the people that are causing the disruption don't actually work for Nabisco.
Oh, so yeah,
they're just people from the community.
Oh, it's the bunch of
and it's-
fucking
guess-
shitty
guess what-
Karens.
Guess where it's at?
California.
Portland.
Oh, fuck off. So that's, again, it goes back to the same thing. It's like people speaking for other people.
Right. Yeah,
Right?
these people aren't even. I tell you all the time that I feel like a lot of these people that get involved in strikes and
They
protests
need to shut
and
the fuck
marches,
up and mind their business.
No, people who get involved in strikes, protests, and marches aren't even. They're paid to be there. They're not actually part of the people who believe in what they're marching
They're
or
there to get the
protesting or
news
picketing
there.
for.
They're there to get the news and get people riled up.
So
and-
I just thought, I mean, when I watched that, I was like, I mean, come on, at least have a little civility. Is that the right word?
Yeah.
Civility. And I mean, these guys still just trying to do his job. He's trying to do a job that nobody else,
security guy?
obviously, well, even the guys driving the
driver?
van
Yeah.
or the 18-wheeler, they're doing a job that in that company nobody else wants to do right now. So kudos for
I
him
don't
for getting
know
out there
why
and working.
Literally, like, most companies haven't moved the fuck out of Portland.
They probably will
I mean, I think they are, but why the fuck would you still be in Portland?
because it's expensive to move.
What did he say? So he said, and those were the same wage. So Ruben said those, I mentioned like $15 an hour, and he said those are the same wages he
Male
he earned
dancer
as a
going
male
through
dancer.
college.
You know what? True.
I can't let that fantasy live because Craig can't dance to save his life.
No. I
So
ran
he would have made like $1.
I ran a video store at a Fry's grocery store. A video department, I should say.
You do a lot of things well. Dancing is not. in
And
your
then I
wheelhouse.
left there, and I made $250 more by going to Enterprise Rent-A-Car.
That's a pretty big jump.
$250 more. Back then,
$250.
fuck yeah.
$250.
$250. You know how much money that is in a year? $5,000 a year at 40 hours a week. That's how you fucking rationalize things. If I got a $2.50 an hour raise,
Yeah.
I got $5,000 more a year. Break that down by fucking
You
52
quit
weeks.
smoking, you get a $10,000 raise a year.
That I was 20 years old.
Yeah, it's okay.
21. So,
Still doing the math.
oh, God.
All right, so let's move on because my dinner's almost ready.
Jeez. I love you. Favorite, you got to be on the board to see some of this shit. So All right. So this one we'll
They
save.
said your song of choice was pour some sugar on me.
10 we're gonna save for Friday because that's a perfect show for Friday. We'll do 12. I'm gonna go into 9 real quick because this
wait.
is a
What I
fun
thought?
one.
What did you say we're saving?
We're saving 10 for Friday.
Oh, I circled 9. My bad.
All right, so this one, this is I'm calling this very superstitious as we're rolling into fall because today's the first day of fall, right? Halloween's around the corner, right? These are 8 common superstitions. And I thought they were pretty fun to kind of I was thinking about them, I was like, what are
Oh,
superstitions?
speaking of that, did you see there's a new Halloween coming out?
Oh,
October
I
1st?
did see that. So that's coming pretty
Jamie
quick.
Lee Curtis
Yep.
is in it.
Yep. So these are just some superstitions. I'm just going to run through them real quick. So this one is a black cat. And some of you guys may know this. I didn't know all of these. I just was like, oh, shit. It's kind of like the tradition or the history from it. A black cat crossing your path brings bad luck. So it says, let's start with one we already mentioned, the belief that a black cat walking across the road ahead of you brings bad luck. Its origins go all the way back to Egypt. And there's one catch, though. The ancient Egyptians were famous cat lovers. That's why in like all the tombs and everything, they always had cat. So this version, the current version of belief, didn't die out until Middle Ages. It was around then that the black cats became associated with witchcraft.
Ah,
We're not exactly sure why black cats, but that's the idea.
okay.
This one is one that I swear to God I do on a regular basis, and I think you do too. Knocking on wood staves off misfortune.
Yeah. I do it all
the time. I literally did it like last week. I was like, oh, knock on wood. I don't get fucked with this project. People will tell you to knock on wood to keep bad things from happening to you. When they do so, they're unwittingly invoking ancient pagan gods.
Oh, I call BS on that.
No, it's because I'll give you the background. And again, it's because of the Norse people, the Celts. At least that's one explanation. Some historians claim that ancient European people, like the Celts and Vikings, would knock on wood to alert the gods of their impending predicament. It's all in all, it's a bit murky, but it's cool if Odin showed up and gave you after you gave a tree a slap. The number 13 is unlucky.
I disagree with that.
It's called triskaidekaphobia, by the way.
First time I tried out for dance team in high school, my number was 13, and I made the team.
It can be. Now that we think about it, most superstitions have something to do with good or bad luck, and the famous bringer of misfortune is the number 13. We can blame dinner parties for this belief. Think about buildings. We don't even build buildings with a number 13 in them.
No.
Right? So the ancient Norse mythology told the tale of a banquet in Valhalla where 12 gods were expected. Then, of course, Loki showed up as the uninvited 13th guest. Of course, my stories just jumped ahead. Showed up as the 13th guest. The favored god Balder got killed in the ensuing fight to kick Loki out of the mead hall. So, again, it's kind of history, right? Spilling salt. Does everybody know that one?
Yes, I do that.
Spill salt on the table. What do you do?
Just throw it over your shoulder.
Yep. Do you know what shoulder you're supposed to do?
I think you're supposed to do your left.
Yep. I think that's one too. So speaking of Judas, a common claim that says that the superstition about spilling salt originates from him tipping over a salt container at the Last Supper. But in reality, this belief was around long before the Bible was written. There are records of ancient Sumerians throwing spilled salt over their shoulder some 5,500 years ago to nullify the bad luck it causes. For the longest time, salt was an expensive, prized commodity. So no wonder people thought wasting it was bad mojo. I'll post the rest of them. There's a few more. I'm just looking real quick. There's one about, I'll post this link out. One about the umbrella inside, bringing a mirror,
breaking a mirror. Is there something about walking under a ladder?
Yep. You want to hear that one real quick?
No.
There's one about walking on a ladder. And finally, a horseshoe is lucky.
Is lucky. Upside down.
So at the ranch, I'd found a couple of horseshoes.
Put it over the door, right?
and I put one on each side, and my brother went out and goes, "That's the wrong way."
I thought it was upside down.
Read it. You
Okay,
guys can
okay.
find out, and I'll fill you in. Later.
So let's jump to 12. We're gonna
Yep,
save the
just
rest
jump in.
after
Yeah,
that.
that's fine.
So it was
65 this morning. You
yeah,
said? So
it
it
was
is fall.
so
Like you said.
nice.
Today was the first day of fall.
And we had a cool front blow through. It
Yeah.
wasn't anything major, but at the high today I think was like 84. But I went out this morning to let the dogs out. I was
fucking-
still in my pajamas.
Kinda chilly.
I was like,
It was nice.
and when
It
the
was really
wind
nice.
blew, it was a little chilly. I was like, oh my gosh, the dogs loved it. They were super frisky. It was refreshing, and I opened the windows all day today, and it just was nice to get
Aerated
some
the
fresh
house.
air in the house.
Even up here
and
was kind of
yeah.
cool. Yeah, it was
You
great.
probably could have opened a window up here, and it
didn't
still would
think
have
of it.
gone through because you've got the breezeway. But so yeah,
Fall
but
facts.
you were funny. You were like, it's already fucking dark, and I'm like, it's 7:15. Get over
I
it.
know. I don't like winter, and I don't like fall.
When we fall back, that's when it's going to be hard because then
Yeah.
it's dark at like 5.
I like it when it's sunny till 9. Couple quick fall facts. Sun crosses over the equator to the southern half of the planet today, so it's kind of a little bit more on that side.
Okay.
According to the Miami Herald, brooms can be balanced on this special day as well, and
We've seen that before.
eggs. But it's absolute bullshit. So just ignore that.
What?
That whole
eggs?
theory. Remember, I stood a broom up in the kitchen one time?
Yeah.
You're like, how does that work? I was like, because it's a broom.
Supposedly, the moon's going to be amazing tonight.
We don't ever see the moon because we have 10,000 trees around our
Go
house.
in front and see the moon.
Pumpkin spice and Uggs become a requirement. I think that's like natural.
I think scarves need to be thrown in there too.
Yeah. And then Halloween is 39 days away. So welcome to fall. Can you believe?
I'm ready. I was just bitching today that I was over the heat. So, and today on the news, not today, it was
Day
an old,
13.
we get our first, because right now oak pollen is really bad, and apparently it's one of my triggers because I've been coughing and sneezing and using an inhaler almost every day as she clears her throat. And they said the oak and ragweed will be increasing until we get our first freeze, which is usually in November. I was like, we get a freeze in November?
Get like, really, do we
Like
though? We get,
34, maybe
one-
35. Okay. But-
Aside from last February where the whole
Well,
fucking
again,
state
remember,
froze in half.
the almanac, the farmer's almanac, has said it's going to be a cold winter.
Yeah, but cold doesn't mean having
No,
fucking 10 inches of snow in San
they're
Antonio.
saying that it may be a repeat. Who knows?
Oh,
It's the only weather is the only subject you can be wrong 50% of the time and still be on track.
90%. I don't know.
So we'll leave those. We'll leave 13, 14, and 15
All right, cool.
because it's late.
All right, we got it. So, Bill, I sent him all the new graphics for all the shirts.
Mhm.
He's going to be traveling this weekend.
That's right.
So, hopefully, we'll have that pretty soon. We'll have a link and all that good
I
stuff.
did start
and
looking at
see
koozies.
the- Okay. What'd you start looking at?
I started looking at some different sites. There,
What kind of koozies would you guys want?
I want
Just-
skinny can.
Do you want skinny
neoprene.
cans? Or are we looking? The neoprenes are more expensive than the foams.
Not that much more expensive, but they're
Yeah.
better. I just think they're
I
better.
don't know. What do you guys want? I don't know. We'll see. Throw it out there. We'll, just let us know because that's kind of one of the things. It's like we want to share them with you guys. They aren't very expensive. That's one of the things. It's like
Well, so it's funny because you had me check one site and you're like, that's too expensive. And then I went and checked another site that you're like, they're way cheaper. Yeah,
they're
just
legitimately cheaper.
the koozie's cheaper. When you add
Oh, the text and all
text
that.
on that, it's the same price.
Logan said the thicker ones. Eris
Wait.
said the tall cans.
I totally want tall cans.
Yeah, I guess okay. So she wants the skinny tall, like the skinny
The
cans,
skinny cans is what
Yeah.
they're called.
like for like White
White
Claws
Claws
or
and-
whatever.
yeah.
But I think I definitely need some for the
Yeah,
regular
I think we're
beers.
going to do a little bit of both.
Yeah. All right, cool. Just let us know. Yeah, so we'll check that out. She'll have that done. Feel goods. Beth's got a
I'll
feel
share
good.
this because it's a really cute story. But after Porcupine is rejected by his mother, a wiener dog steps up to be his best friend. And it's just an article about these two cutie pies.
Okay.
And it's literally like, here's the picture.
Oh.
And they're so cute.
How does that thing not
a
stab the
baby.
living shit out of the other one?
He's a baby. Because he's a baby
It's gonna
porcupine. who-
scare that dog, and that dog is gonna get fucking impaled.
You mean the dog's going to scare
Or,
the...
yeah, it's gonna scare the porcupine.
No.
Like later on in life, they're gonna be like playing, and it's gonna be, it's gonna be fucking dead. Like, oh,
But they're
sorry,
besties, and I thought it was cute, so I'll
Sorry,
post that just because it's a really cute
Charlie,
story.
the fucking wiener
Another
dog.
picture of him. Yeah, look, I'm running.
Yeah, and that fucking porcupine decides to go,
No,
and
he
that
won't.
dog runs straight into it. Quilled.
Look,
Did they name
They're
it
cute.
Quill?
Diablo.
No, they just name it Quill, like from fucking the movie.
The
Yeah, that Guardian of the Galaxy
yeah.
movie.
Thank you. I was like,
I was lucky to get that one. I was really lucky to grab
so
that.
they're besties. They go everywhere together right now.
It's awesome. It's cute. Are they going to release that thing back out into nature? Or are they going to dequill it? What
I
happens
didn't
with those
read
things?
that far along.
Do you
I looked at the
dequill it?
pictures and read the beginning of it and thought, this is so cute.
It's kind of dangerous.
I don't think you can dequill, by the way, because I think they regrow.
Just clip them like
I
a
think they grow back.
toenail?
I don't know.
It's cute. All right. I've got a dog one too. So there.
So there.
And mine is a Doberman who adopted a freaking cat, a kitten. So Doberman nurses kitten,
How precious.
nurses tiny abandoned kitten alongside her pups. So
That's super cute.
let me see here.
It's a pretty Doberman.
Real quick, I'm just gonna find the names of the dog. A sizable Doberman pinscher named Ruby, who was nursing 6 of her own pups at the time, had no qualms about adding a tiny newborn kitten whose mother was nowhere to be found to her hungry brood.
That's cute.
Ruby's owner, Brittany, breeds Dobermans, and on her family farm, they found this kitten. So it's just cute as shit,
It is
right? And
cute.
she's all cuddled up. The infant cat, Callan, Callan,
Callan.
had named Ramblin' Roses. But anyway, I just saw the shit, and I'm always like Beth and I are like just gluttons for.
So
cute
it
shit.
reminds me
dogs
of,
and
and Craig says he
kittens.
wishes they were his cats and dog were best friends. Reminds me of I had a dog that was his name was Peyton, and he was a Great Pyrenees Dalmatian mix. So he was all white
Yeah,
with black
they're-
spots.
Yep, I've only seen pictures. of
And
them. They're
I
always
had
before
a little
us.
cat. She was a Munchkin kitty, so her little like she had.
Oh yeah,
And when she was little, when I got her as a kitten,
Aggie.
Peyton would grab her and like hold her in and just literally bathe her from head to toe. And she'd be trying to be so fierce at first, and then she'd be like, "Why the hell am I
She
fighting
literally
this?"
had a cat that was like maybe that tall.
Called her Chopper.
Her legs were like this.
Her little front legs were like that tall, and her
She
back
could
legs
jump
were like
all
that
over-
tall.
she
Yeah,
could
she
jump
still had
everywhere.
the agility of
Yep.
a regular cat. She just was a
She's
Munchkin
had
kitty.
little time. She was a low rider. Yeah,
She's a cutie pie.
it was cute. Yep.
You're back in South Korea.
All right, so Netflix. I'm back in South Korea. I was in England. I was in London for a minute there. I
You're a
watched
world
6
traveler, you.
episodes. I've been all over the globe and.
Too bad you can't speak any of those languages.
Yeah, I don't know. But what I'm coming to the conclusion of is the fucking South Koreans are really fucked up with the shit they make, man. All right, so this one is called Squid. And they go into this whole thing. It's a Korean game that comes from back in the day. And now all of these folks are really down on the luck. They've got billions of won or whatever that they owe. So they go play this game. They go play a series of games.
Mm-hmm.
But they don't know they're like children's games, like marbles, or there's a couple of like very specific Korean games that I don't remember the names of. But like red light, green light, everybody remembers red light, green light if you grew up in say the last 25 years, maybe. I don't know. Do they kids still do that shit
I have
anymore?
no idea. No,
Simon
they play
Says,
video
remember
games.
Simon Says? Fuck. But the kicker is
If
you don't
lose?
stop
Oh,
or
okay.
you move or you fuck up, you get shot on the spot. You're dead. Boom. Done. Fucking bloody, gory, fucked up, all tore up,
Why do you watch this shit?
dead. I had no idea. I was at the gym. I was like, that one looks interesting. Boop. And it's a new Netflix release, so I'm always like, oh, I'll try this.
All right.
It's got to be. It's our algorithm now. It's like I just get all sorts of crazy shit. So if you want to watch a really crazy, weird, fucking Korean show, the acting sucks. But so the acting sucks, but the sets are really good, right? The sets are really fucking good, and then like the story's really cool. It's just the actors are fucking come on, man. Anyway, so Go do that. Go check that out. All right. Today in history, it's a pretty big fucking day in history. Lincoln, in September 22nd, 1622. 1622. Sorry, I've got to get to it. Lincoln's issues the Emancipation Proclamation. President Abraham Lincoln issues a preliminary Emancipation Proclamation, which sets a date for freedom of more than 3 million enslaved in the United States and recasts the Civil War as a fight against slavery. So when the Civil War broke out in 1861, shortly after Lincoln's inauguration, the 16th president, as America's 16th president, he maintained that the war was about restoring the Union and not about slavery. He actually changed it and said he avoided issuing an anti-slavery proclamation immediately despite the urgings of abolitionists, as well as and radical Republicans, as well as his personal belief that slavery was morally repugnant. Instead, Lincoln chose to move cautiously until he could gain wide support from the public for such measure. In July, okay, so jumping ahead just a little bit, I'll link this out there too, but basically, July 1862, Lincoln informed his cabinet that he would issue an Emancipation Proclamation, but that it would exempt the so-called border states. So there was several states that were in I think it was 9 out of 13, which had slaveholders but remained loyal to the Union. His cabinet persuaded him not to make the announcement until after the Union victory. They won. And then he announced it literally like that next day. And said within 100 days they'd be free. So today is that day. It's a big fucking day. I think it's awesome. Cheers to all of you guys. It's Wednesday. Thanks for hanging in there. Thanks for listening to me rant and rave. Thanks for Beth being here listening to me rant and rave. Go hit the like button, subscribe to the YouTube channel. Check us out on all the iTunes and Spotify's and
all that good stuff.
Yeah. Without the military and first responders, we can't do all this shit, so thank them. Ian, come get a beer. Evan Haley, we miss you.
Time to go eat.
For Beth Lamonte, I'm Greg Lamonte. This is The Bar is Open with Beth and Greg. Thank you guys so much. We will catch you in 2 nights.
Friday.
48 hours.
Friday.
47 hours. Friday. Love y'all. Have a great night.
Bye, guys. Love you.
Appreciate you, everybody. See you later.